You're not apologizing. You're just trying to get out of jail, and I don't think you should get out of jail. You know that?
I'm not trying to just get out of jail. I'm trying to take care of everything.
Mr. Baker. I don't like it when people treat the system like this.
I understand that.
No, you don't understand how much I dislike this. It's so incredibly. Don't interrupt me again, okay?
I'm sorry.
Don't interrupt me again. It's incredibly disrespectful. I mean, honestly, I look at what's going on in the world and I think about our judicial system and how some people think that they're bigger than the system, and they're not, and none of us are, and none of us ever will be. And I can't stand the fact that I'm ready to let you out. But I shouldn't let you out. I could run these consecutive, you know.
I do know that, sir.
Give me a first page of a register. You never paid the restitution to the victim, did you?
No, sir. And to be honest with you, that wasn't the plea that I wanted to do. I did not want to plead guilty to that because at the time, the lawyer I had, court-appointed attorney, talked me into that and told me it was easier for me to do that. But I shouldn't have pled guilty to something I didn't do.
Judge Kirsten wouldn't have took the plea. I know Judge Kirsten, and he would not have taken your plea if you told him you were not guilty of this offense. You admitted to the facts contained, right?
Yes.
You didn't lie to the judge, did you? You didn't lie to the judge and tell him you did something that you didn't do. You wouldn't do that, would you?
No, sir.
Judge, the restitution is paid. He did make some payments.
Good. Well, that makes me feel better. He paid that? What are you in custody on?
I started a job for somebody and I couldn't get back to it and finish it. And they gave me a down payment.
I'm asking you what the charge is.
It's larceny.
Shocking. Do you have a case number on that?
I don't have it in front of me, no.
So how can I handle this? I'm going to give him credit for time served. I'm going to run them concurrent. He's going to serve 45 days.
Thank you.
I can just type up a commitment and send it over to Monroe.
And that's where you are, right, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm in the outpatient therapy class. I just started at Michigan Works yesterday. I'm a trustee.
45 days jail. That's to run concurrent with the time. And I'm just going to, unless you want to still see a lawyer, this is what I'm doing.
No.
It's going to run concurrent.
No, sir, I don't need to see a lawyer.
45 days jail. It's to run concurrent with the time being served in Monroe County. I really hope you change your life up. It can't be any fun. I mean, spending time in jail, running from the police, prosecutors, courts.
Especially when I have two granddaughters. Thank you, sir.
Good luck. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, which one do you have again, counsel?
Got three. I've got Oski, Thomas, and Craig.
What was the one that we were dealing with? Oh. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and call that one. Gabriel Christine Popovsky, 25W388188.
Early days, Miss Popovsky.
Ma'am, your name?
Gabriel.
So the charge is she failed to refrain from consuming alcohol. And it's obviously commensurate with an arrest. And they think that she had a 0.333 on her results. How is she going to proceed here?
She hasn't been charged yet, but I'd anticipate she likely will be. I would ask the court to accept it on contest.
That's fine. I'll be happy to do that. So is the no contest plea going to be to violation of law, or is it going to be to failure to refrain from consuming alcohol? Ma'am, if you plead no contest, it has the same effect as a guilty plea. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you plead no contest to this charge, I could revoke your probation. That'd be a non-technical violation, and you could be incarcerated for up to 90 days. Do you understand that? And did you sign, read, and understand the advice or rights form here today? If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And you understand all your rights, correct?
Yeah.
To the charge that you violated a law, and you understand again, I want to just cover this. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. You understand that if you plead no contest, again, it has the same effect as a guilty plea.
Yeah.
All right, to the charge that you violated a law on September 24th, 25. How do you plead? No contest?
Yes. No.
All right, and I can refer to a report. You stipulate that there's a factual basis for this. Are you on probation or parole right now? Besides to me,
No.
anybody force you to plead no contest? All right, I'm gonna accept your plea of no contest to violating the law, being convicted of, or at least not being convicted, but committing the offense. No contest plea to OUIL. How I'm concerned about this.
If I may, because we took a plea on 2 other matters, I guess it's probably a couple months ago.
Right.
And in the interim, I think things have been going relatively well, so we've got this very high BLC, what's of that,
Shanna Soberling,
yes. And
you haven't violated?
Didn't you put me on it when you found out?
I know, but you haven't blown positive,
Been driving once a week too. And blowing.
let me do this. I need to take a recess. My staff needs to take a recess. Give me 5 minutes. I'll get Ms. Tessino out here, and I don't know what happened with the, okay, so just give me 5 minutes. Okay? John, where is Lynette Johnson's file?
I give that.
So, yeah, just give me 5 minutes. I don't know what happened to her. Lisa, did that somehow get brought down there?
I brought it back to you.
It's a
Yeah.
civil infraction. Do you have that by chance down there, Lisa?
I did, but I gave it to John.
That's fine.
Lynette Johnson. There it is. Come on up here, ma'am. My apologies. People against Lynette Marie Johnson, 25B82374. Your name again?
Lynette Marie Johnson.
So Lisa, I want to make sure the balance was 238. She had the 213 one, right?
Correct. Oh, you broke
So the
up,
ba-
Judge. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you broke up. I didn't hear you.
Oh, that's okay. The 213, she's applying the bond. The mother called and said, or talked to you and said, or somebody in the court said they can apply the bond, right?
Yep. She spoke with Stephanie and gave the okay.
I'm going to go ahead and waive your balance. You're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Best of luck to you. Happy New Year. Next time, come and talk to me before this nonsense happens. Okay. Who do I have out here now? Do I have Ms. Fieldholler? Who's your lawyer again, Ms. Fieldholler?
I haven't talked to my lawyer.
Joy Mohammed. Is Joy Mohammed here?
She was on Zoom, but I do not see her. I can give her a call.
Yeah, I want to get these guys out of here. Who are you, sir?
Aaron Flesher.
Yeah, I know that. What,
Okay.
the other gentleman, what's your name?
Sam Patton.
Sam what?
Patton, Patton.
This is just a
That's-
mess today.
That's Mr. Cripp's case. I think Miss Silver is handling it.
Come on in here, Ms. Silver. Sam Oscar Patton Jr., 25B728924. Good morning, everybody. I don't know what has happened here. I think, good morning, Ms. Silver. How are you? Happy New Year.
Good, Judge. Happy New Year to you too.
All right, your appearance?
Yes, Gabi Silver appearing on behalf of Mr. Patton.
Mr. Patton, your name?
Sam Oscar Patton Jr.
Detective, your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. Detective Crystal Tulaz, Brownstown Police Department.
All right, so it says adjourn PCC 2 weeks. You guys want 2 weeks, right, Ms. Silver?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so sir, you have the right to a probable cause conference within 14 days of the
Can I
date
get
of
a
the
phone
arraignment.
number for Mr. Patton? We have no contact information for him.
Sure.
248-820-8859.
Thank you. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
That's all right. Mr. Patton, you have the right to a probable cause conference within 14 days of the date of the arraignment. Your lawyer needs to get discovery, review it, and get prepared. She's asking for an adjournment for 2 weeks. If I grant that request, that means the probable cause conference will not take place within 14 days of the date of the arraignment. Do you understand that?
Yes,
You waive that right.
yes.
All right, I'll accept the waiver. PCC, and you're going to be in front of Judge Heston on this, Ms. Silver. I'm just covering for. PCC will be January 20th at what time, Lisa?
9:30,
At 9:30, and the preliminary exam will be the 27th at
11:15.
11:15. So January 20th at 9:30 PCC, preliminary exam, January 27th at 11:15, okay?
Okay, I have a quick question.
Okay, thank you.
Well, don't talk about the case. What's your
No,
question?
it's not about the case, it's about my bond.
No.
Do I still have my personal with the,
Yeah, nobody
20?
changed
Mr.
your
Pat-
bond, Judge. You were given a
Okay.
personal bond of $20,000. Why are you're in hold, you got a hold on something else, right?
Yes,
Okay, well, you got a personal bond on this, but you got to
Okay.
clear the other, okay?
okay, thank you.
Good luck. Thanks a lot. Have a good day, everybody. All right.
Okay.
Thank
Where is, do you want to call Ms. Mohammed or Mr. Mohammed, whoever it is? I don't know who they're, Joy Mohammed. And Mr. Flesher, I don't have his case on. Alicia Marie Craig, 25W8386858. Can you find out where Fleischer's case is, John?
That's it's a sentencing with a pretrial with Mr. Graziani. So he's
Okay,
got to
so
get on
find
Zoom.
out what Chris, because tell me you want to get that guy out of the county. Good morning, your name? Ma'am, your name?
Alicia Marcotte.
All right, so she pled to impaired driving. She was sentenced on November the 2nd. And here we are today on a violation of probation. And the charge is failed to refrain from violating a law, allowing a suspended driver to drive. How is she going to proceed on this? Ma'am, if you plead guilty here, your probation on this case could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 93 days. Do you understand that? And you decide, read and understand and advise your rights.
Yes, I
If you plead guilty, you will be giving up all those rights and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that? All right. You understand all your rights
Yes, ma'am.
to the charge that you failed to refrain from violating a law, being convicted of allowing unlicensed driver to drive on December 11 of 25, with the offense date being on November 20 of 25. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you get convicted in this courthouse? Were you convicted arising out of an offense of November 2025 of allowing a suspended person to operate on December 11 of 25?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
I have.
When did I place you on probation?
Literally like a week before the
I didn't have much effect on you, did I?
No, you did.
Well, I must not have, because you wouldn't have been driving a week later, right? Come on,
Correct.
right?
You're
What
right.
did I do on that sentence? Were you in front of me on that case?
Yes, sir. That's right.
Lisa, can you tell me what my sentence was, please? Or,
Yeah, I can look.
please.
And the sentencing for omissions have.
Well, I know, but I'm asking on the allowed non-licensed driver to drive.
Judge Justin. She put me on a payment plan. She added to your payment plan. I now got it in the mail yesterday, the slips, and I have to pay 150 total instead of the 40.
That's correct, Judge. Just put her on a payment plan.
So there was no other penalty.
No.
How much did she fine her?
Let me see. 275.
But this was you driving, right?
Yes, sure.
I'm gonna hope you're gonna take me more seriously. Anything?
Judge, I think this, apart from this, everything else that's going on, it's a serious charge, which she's on probation, moved to one. And I think so far all testing and those requirements are going okay.
Anything, ma'am?
I apologize. I will make my rounds and it will not happen again.
Pay costs of $50 and serve 6 hours of community service by January 31, okay? So that you have the money to pay that?
How much?
50.
I can pay that to, yes.
So you pay that now, and then you talk to probation, you're gonna have to do 6 hours or,
Thank you.
all right? Come on now. Comply with laws, will you please? Thank you. Have a good day. I don't know what else. If we don't have Fleischer ready, and we don't have Fieldholler ready. What other one do you have?
Yeah, Thomas?
Nadia Leanne Thomas, 25B1489438.
You're with Miss Thomas, he's pleading guilty to both violations.
Your name, ma'am?
It's on.
I'll need Beth. She can just log in, tell her, John. You are going to, plead guilty, your lawyer tells me, to these violations of probation.
Yeah.
If you plead guilty here, since you have no prior technical violations, you could get 10 days. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you will be giving up all those rights and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. To the charge of failed to attend the court work program on December 13 of 25, how do you plead?
Yes.
To the charge of failed to submit the twice monthly testing as ordered on December 3 of 25, how do you plead?
Yes.
Did you fail to attend the court work program on December 13 of 25?
Yes.
Did you fail to submit the testing on December 3 of 25?
Yes.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No.
Please accept it to those two counts. Let me see. She's not off to a good start. I just placed her on probation on November 19. She's missed the court work program and she failed the test.
Yeah, I would say this, she had another work program day the following week, and she did do that. She had health issues on the 13th. She's gonna need to reschedule at a minimum on that. And then with regard
Did you go to a doctor?
No.
Did you contact the probation officer that day?
I lost her information.
Hang on. I just want to know if you contacted the probation officer that day. Did you?
Not that day. I have contacted her after that day.
What day did you contact?
Last week.
Last week. So 2 weeks after you missed the court work program, right?
But I went to the one after that, so I thought I would be able to do it. But
What about the chemical testing? Why didn't you show up to that?
I had went the next morning and I had to go to work and I worked the hour. That day I was working an hour away, so
I was asking them to stay open until 8 o'clock, and she's saying you can't get here by 7:45, and just come the following morning. So I went in the following morning.
Did you get a hold of Ms. Wiles?
I did. Judge, I think the other part of it, I don't think she realized that she could have tested at an agency closer to where she was instead.
Yeah, I thought I could only go by my house because I was all the way like out here, and I stay in Warren, so I thought I could only go to the Warren location.
Say that again?
To drop for my test, I thought I could only go to the one by my house, which is in Warren. But I was working out here.
Working where?
I was doing like delivery driving.
What do you mean out here? In Woodhaven?
Yeah,
You could have gone to DNA.
I didn't know
She
that.
didn't realize she could go to a different.
Because on my probation thing, that location was circled, so I thought that was my specific testing location to all go to.
All right. I don't know. Did you get a hold of her?
I did, Your Honor.
Have a seat, 1 second. Melvin McGee Jr., 25W840861. You can have a seat right at the table there, ma'am. What's your name? What's this have to do with anything? Oh, so they're gonna. Your speedometer was malfunctioning?
Yes, I got a recall on bill before that.
Wow. You were going 70 and a 40 though.
Yep.
Right?
No,
You kind of know the difference between 70 and a 40, don't you?
nobody else is on the road. I come in.
I know, but don't you know the difference between 70 and 40? Okay, okay. I'm not sure I believe that, but they're gonna give you an expired plate and they're going to dismiss the speeding, right? Or equipment violation, rather. And then you're gonna plead to expired plate, right? Lieutenant Toller, is that right? So he's gonna plead to expired plate. He's going to plead to equipment violation. The speeding will be dismissed, right? Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
To the charge equipment violation, responsible or not responsible? And to the charge of expired plate, responsible or not responsible? Pleas are accepted on the equipment violation, $135. On the expired plate, $130. $265. You can go down the hall and take care of that. You're all set. I wish you well. Good luck. Speed's dismissed. Thank you. Thanks for coming back, Lieutenant. All right, John, those need to be represented. I need to take a 5-minute recess, but I don't want to take one if I've got, where's Fletcher's file? Does Mr.
Graziani has.
Miss Mohammed is here also for the sentencing. She has Feelhauer.
Right. Shannon Marie Feelhauer, 25T728822. Okay, everybody's name?
Shannon Marie Philhauer.
Joy Mohammed on behalf of Shannon Feelhauer. I'm sorry. Did I speak out of turn? My apologies.
No, you're fine. I thought we were going to try to get you into sobriety court. And somebody wrote no one available to discuss the sobriety court with defendant.
That's exactly what we discussed. I'm not exactly sure how
What
the
is
30.
that? What kind of noise is that? I feel like I'm at a hockey game or something. Who's got what going? Ms. Feelhauer, your name again, ma'am?
My name's Shannon Philhauer.
I thought we talked about sobriety court.
Well, we did, and I filled out the paperwork with the probation, there.
Filed your name?
I'm sorry?
Talking to the probation officer, director. Ms. Wild, your name?
Elizabeth Wilds, probation, Your Honor.
Who's writing in this? No one available to discuss sobriety court. Somebody should have followed up on this.
I have no idea who Miss Feelhauer is or who wrote in the file, Judge. I haven't seen that.
Well, it's on a purple sticky note. No one available to discuss the sobriety court with the defendant at approximately 1 p.m. Emily early out at 10:30, Beth early out at 12:30. I don't know what even date we're talking about. Is it December 23rd?
Yeah,
That was the last
I didn't see that file or hear about that information at all, Judge.
Ma'am, what are you in custody on? Just this?
I believe my client has some other pending matters, but I'm not her attorney. So if she knows better, she might know better than me.
Do you have other cases that you're in custody on because you can't post bond?
I have several holds. And I was talking to you and my attorney about it in the courtroom slightly, that I do have holds in Detroit also where I'm gonna have to do a sobriety court as well. So
Oh, well, we don't want you doing 2 sobriety courts.
right. So
When is your
was
next
hoping-
court date on those, ma'am?
They haven't started yet. I'm working with the county sheriffs in here for the Judge Holmes's sobriety court because I have 4 warrants out of Detroit. So I was hoping just to get a sentence on these charges as soon as possible.
Yeah, so
that
you can run everything concurrent. I get it.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not stupid. All right, give me a first page of a misdemeanor record, 2 of them, will you? For 2 pages of misdemeanor. I don't need probation orders, just the register of action. I see no reason to put probation. I don't think you're trying. You know that? I mean, you seem like first of all, counsel, have you had a chance to review the report? Are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
There are no materials, additions, or corrections.
Did the officer give you the ticket? It said appear within 10 days, right? Right?
If it did, I missed out.
You thought the court was just gonna invite you and then you didn't show up. Your address, you live on Graydale, right?
Right.
Well, we sent notices there. You don't read your mail?
That's my.
Well, then just be honest with me and tell me, Judge, I blew you guys off for 9 months. I thought I was larger than life. Don't start standing there lying to me that you didn't know you were supposed to be here, okay? I hate that. Listen, don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. Okay, we're not sending out parties invitations here. You know what I'm saying? We didn't invite you to a party. You don't have to go to a party. You don't have to do anything, but you do have to show up in court or there are consequences. We understand one another? Where does he work?
Your Honor, he's working at Flores right now. He's been there for a couple of months. Prior to that, he was at a logistics company, had been there for a couple of years.
You got $100 with you?
Yes.
$100 cash bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You must appear in court as directed. Let me let you in on another secret. You are not going to endear yourself to these judges in these other courts when you blow them off too. You got 3 out of 36, 2 out of 35th. You got 5 other warrants. Okay? Unless you're hell-bent on going to jail, in which case you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to end up there. I'd go over to those courts and I would surrender today, not tomorrow, today. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Good. Give me a pretrial date if you would, Lisa, please.
I think we put it on the front.
Okay, I'm sorry, you did January 15th at 10. So without,
I believe he has a conflict on that date. Can we do the 21st? I'm here back on the 21st.
who has a conflict?
My client.
What kind of conflict does he have?
I believe it's work related.
What kind of conflict you got?
You have to work that day in 15? Correct.
You show up 8 months later and you want me to make accommodations for you. Who's this with you? Is this girl with you?
Sister.
I could tell she knows what I'm talking about. She thinks you. What, you got to work, so you want me to reschedule it? I can't do it on the do we have the 21st when we can do it, Lisa? We don't have the 21st, do we? This is Trenton.
No, it would be the 29th.
Still work it out. We'll do the.
I can do the 29th for you. I'll be more fair with you than you have been with us. How's that? You want me to do the 29th or the 15th? It's up to you. But Trenton's only here on Thursdays.
I have a conflict, Your Honor, on the 29th. We have to do the 15th.
Okay, 15th at 9 a.m. You're gonna have to
Judge.
fill out the, what?
Did Mr. Granada say he has a conflict?
Yeah, I don't know what.
He's just the arraignment attorney. He doesn't follow these cases.
Oh, yeah, you're just, I thought so. So you don't have to worry about that. Do you want to do the 15th or the 29th? Are you sure? 15th at 9, go down the hall, post your bond. Don't be doing this again. I'm telling you, I'd go over to those other courts. Those warrants have been outstanding for quite a while. We understand? Yes?
Are you saying I have warrants in? Now,
5 of them. Yeah. Why do you think I'm talking to you like this? Plus, you blew us off for 8 months. Stop and don't come back with chewing gum either. Okay? We're not in a candy shop. Go down the hall, get your notice. Good luck. And you're gonna have to fill out a petition for a court-appointed lawyer if that's what you want going forward, all right?
yes.
Good luck. Armin Lewis Gordon Jr., 25W841052. Is she here? Do you know if Mr. Gordon is here, Lisa?
Not on Zoom.
I'm gonna need Lieutenant Toller in here. Is there a Gordon in here? Armin Gordon Jr.? I'm gonna need him in here. And I don't know what I'm raining Trenton. What do you have in Trenton there? Boy, this is a mess today. What do you
Video for
guys-
Jack Young.
That's my case, Your Honor.
Who is it?
Jack Young.
Jack Lee Young.
People against Jack Lee Young, 192-634-2928.
Morning, Your Honor. Peter Granada, P78413 with MIDC representing Mr. Young for our rating.
Sir, your name?
Jack Young III.
Detective, your name?
Detective Corporal Shaj Pontiac, Trenton Police Department.
So I've got contempt charges here. I hope, Mr. Young, can I ask you a question? How old are you?
I'll be 45, Your Honor. Well, I'm 45. 45.
Why would you do this? Why would you act like a fugitive on a drive while suspend charge?
Your Honor, he was he was incarcerated
For how long?
most of 2024 and most of 2025.
Well, he was supposed to be here in 21 and starting to take care of this in March of 21, so that's not an excuse. He should have taken care of it in 21. If somehow, some way he was in the hospital for 10 months, he could have come in and taken care of it in 22. If somehow, some way, something tragic happened in 22, he should have been here in 23. You got a big problem with me. And by the way, you can tell, well, I just don't understand this. Warrants all over the place on this guy. I don't even know what I have here. It's going to take me a minute to decipher this. I got all kinds of files in here. I got two, I don't even know what in the world. I got
It looks like they're
23B
both for non-payment.
I got 23B143198. It looks like on that case he owes 129. And on the other one, on the misdemeanor,
PO 644 on that one.
644. All right, so how's he going to proceed on these?
Your Honor, I believe that he's prepared to make a payment today.
Well, I know, but is he gonna plead guilty to failure to pay 644, and is he gonna plead guilty to failure to pay 129, or does he want to have a contested hearing?
No, there is no contest. No.
If you plead guilty to failure to pay 644, you could get 93 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Talk to me. If you plead guilty
Yes,
to
sir.
failure to pay $129, you could get 13 days on that, 1 day for every $10 owed. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
You have the right to a contested hearing. At that hearing, you have the right to question their witnesses, to bring in your own, to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses, to testify or remain silent. You remain silent, that silence would not be held against you. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
If you plead
Yes, sir.
guilty, you're giving up all those rights. We're not going to have a hearing, and I will then sentence you on these charges. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Is that okay if I talk to my lawyer again? About this, Your Honor?
We want to wear the 664, 644.
Well, he's got a big problem. He sees this happening. I'll let you talk to your lawyer again.
I think we want to try to work out something that he could be released today. And
I'm not going to release him. This guy's been playing with us for 4 years. I don't know who he thinks he is.
we could try to work.
Your Honor, I've been taking care of my life, Your Honor. I've been on drug court for almost a year.
Listen. Talk to the
Yes,
guy
sir.
in the carnival if you want. I don't want to hear it.
Yes, sir,
You
Your
got
Honor.
warrants all over. You are disrespectful. You have no respect for the system. You think you can just treat the system like some pet of yours, and it's not a pet of yours. We're not a pet of yours. So shake your head all you want. I can only go by what I see, and what I see is warrants that have been going back and forth since 21, and you've been given plenty of chances. So don't talk to me about releasing you today. It's not happening unless you have the money to pay this. I'm telling you. So you guys can talk again and we'll go from there.
Okay.
You be brief, Your Honor.
Yeah, no problem. Take your time.
Thank you.
Do I have Armin Gordon Jr.? John, you need to call Toller. I don't know where he is. I need Gordon on that one.
Toller on what one?
Armin Gordon Jr. It looks like Toller wrote it, and Gordon, it must have been here, but he left or what have you. Is Lynette Johnson here yet?
Yeah.
Come on up here, Lynette Marie Johnson. 25B82374. Yeah, your name,
Lynette Johnson?
you posted a bond at 213. Was that in your name?
Yes.
I can just apply the bond. Why did you ignore us?
I honestly have nothing. I
Okay.
can't come up with anything good except for one day turns into another very quick.
Yeah, tell me about it. Lisa, does she owe $213? I don't see the bond. Is it in her name?
Let me check.
The
It's in a third party, Carol Johnson, and her balance is 248.
You owe 248.
You?
You're gonna get Carol Johnson to come over here and sign over the bond, otherwise I have to go through the process.
I mean, my mom's disabled.
Okay,
She gave the officer permission.
hang on a second. Slow down.
Did she check that box, Judge, on the form?
See, I don't, oh, here it is. No, all I got is third-party poster posted by Carol Johnson. You're right.
If she wants to call in, we can do it over the phone.
You want to call your mother?
Yeah.
Call your mother out in the hallway, and then I will recall, if she's gonna apply the bond, come on back in. Either way, come on back in and we'll take care of it,
How
okay?
about just the 213, right?
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
And actually put a payment for the rest.
I'll worry about that when we cross it. I'll cross that bridge when we
So
get to it.
I call her and bring her phone into here.
No, you can just have her call. Go down the hall.
Did I?
Listen, just listen. Please don't go anywhere. Go down the hall and talk to them and they'll tell you how to do it, okay? You're gonna call your mom and then you can put her on the phone, on your phone with somebody in the criminal department, since you're telling us she's disabled. And she can give the go-ahead if that's what she wants to do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lieutenant, sir.
Lieutenant Toller, do you have any idea where Armand Gordon Jr. is? It looks like you worked this out, improper parking.
See them. See them here. I told, but
Morgan, Peter Leon Dundee Morgan, 25F 731-065. Who do I have here? Is Mr. Leon Dundee Becker here or Reader here? I don't know.
Sir, you gotta take your hat off.
Peter Morgan, you can tell me your name.
Peter Leon Dundee Morgan.
Who's Leon Dundee Redder?
No idea, sir.
For the attorney, I have Miss Fanning.
Okay, somebody wrote
Listen.
Leon Dundee Redder on here. Okay, as the court appointed, I thought that was a little strange. Yeah, Ms. Fanning, your appearance? Ms. Fanning? All right.
Mr. Gordon's in the courtroom.
Mr. Gordon, what are you doing? Armand Gordon Jr., come on up here, wherever you are. 25W841052. I've called your name about 5 times. Okay, come on up here and state your name. Your name?
Gordon.
You're gonna plead the improper parking? I thought you met with the department rep and said you were gonna plead the improper parking. Is that true or false?
he was saying we come to a compromise, but didn't tell me specifics.
Keep your voice up.
He didn't tell me any specifics, just told me he would come to a compromise.
He's saying improper parking as opposed to handicap parking.
Yeah. It's because it was originally a handicap parking.
Did you park in a handicap parking zone?
Yeah, for a time period, because I was moving on my butts.
You want to plead to improper parking, or do you want to have a hearing on handicap parking?
I just give it out.
To that charge, improper parking, responsible and not responsible. You can't park in the handicap zone.
I know that, sir.
I don't like those. You know what? School buses and parking in handicap zones are my top 2.
My only reason I picked on there was because my girl was traveling very stuck to the car, so we can move that. Like, we literally left 5 minutes after we got that ticket.
You can't park in the handicap zone. Okay? $100. I'll dismiss the handicapped. Please don't do that again, okay? Thank you. Have a good day. $100 down the hall. Mark Edward Hallish.
Yes, sir.
24B724-823. Sorry to keep you waiting there. Or
No
822 rather. Your name again?
Mark Hallish.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm the penalties of perjury, the testimony you've given these proceedings will be the whole true self you've got?
Yes, I do.
All right, so this was taken under 7694A. I believe, right, Jenna? Right. Didn't look. Judge Hessenly uses a different form than I do, and I don't see. Yes, she did write it down here. Okay. Since you were in court on January 7th of 25, have you been arrested?
No.
Any new charges?
No.
Any contact with the police?
No.
Congratulations. Your case is dismissed. I wish you well. Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good day.
You too.
You too.
Ms. Fanning, if you're ready, pop your head in. I'll call your case. I called it once. If you're ready, I'll do it.
Judge,
I'm
she
here,
asked for
Your
a,
Honor, but I
she
did
asked for a
ask for a
breakout room.
breakout room first.
Okay,
If I can.
Gabrielle Christine
Thank you.
Popovsky. 25W83881888. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor, Gilwood Hayesville, Mr. Posky, this is Mr. Stino's matter.
Casino 253, Jen. All right. Your name, ma'am?
Gabrielle Pulaski.
All right, so she has a charge here of failure to refrain from consuming alcohol, being arrested on September 4 of 25. What is she going to do?
Judge, I think the violation was picking up a new offense.
It is.
She pled guilty to 2 other counts the last time we were here. We put this one on hold. She still hasn't been charged on that case, although my understanding is Casino's the blood draws method. So what I'm hoping to do is to adjourn this one more time.
She pled guilty to 2 other counts?
Yes. And she was sentenced to IOP. The adjustment maybe it's over.
Mr. Casino, I'm lost. Your name?
Lisa Tito. You sentenced her on first 2 counts, but
Wait a minute. I only have one blue bag here. And that's the failure to refrain from consuming alcohol, being arrested for OUIL on September 24, 25. That's the only one I have. I don't know why this is happening more and more lately. I just don't understand why this is happening. Can you fix this for me, please? Get the other blue back, and then I'll recall the case, if you will, please. Thanks. All right, I'll call you again there, counsel. Which one do you have?
I have Jacob Masick, Judge.
Jacob?
that's why you sentenced her on the other ones. You were only dealing with the count 1.
Oh, he said I thought you said you pled. Okay, let me come back to that. Jacob Kelly Massage, 23T640501.
Good morning, Judge. John Graziani, P number 43387. Mr. Masick is to my left. To take him. Please identify yourself. I'm Jacob Masick.
All right, so we have a charge of failure to attend the probation visit on December 12th. And we have a charge of failure to pay all fines and costs as ordered. And we have a charge of failure to clear all warrants by November 7th.
Judge, he has taken care of all that. This is Jessica's matter. He paid her $415. They will full amount.
All right, but he didn't do it when he's supposed to, right? So I'm gonna need either a plea or we're gonna have to have a hearing on these.
365.
Charges failure to pay your fines and costs is ordered. I don't know how much he owes. They just think you didn't pay when you were supposed to pay. I don't want to know about it. We're either gonna have a hearing or you're gonna plead guilty. One of the 3 things, one of the 2 things, I should say.
Guilty, Judge.
On all 3 counts? All right, if you plead guilty, these would be 3 technical violations. And you could get, as a matter of these, as per law, pursuant to law, you could get 15 days. I'm just telling you that's the max. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you will be giving up, Jessica, all those rights, and there will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
To the charge failure to schedule your probation visit on December 12th of 25, how do you plead?
Failure to schedule it or?
Failure to attend, failure to attend your appointment on December 12th.
Guilty. Judge, I will have an explanation for all this.
That's fine. Did you fail to attend your appointment on that date?
Yes, sir.
The charge 2, that you failed to pay your fines and costs as ordered, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to pay your fines and costs as ordered?
Guilty.
Did you fail to pay your fines and costs as ordered?
Yeah.
Did you fail, charge count 3 that you failed to clear your warrants by November 7th? How do you plead?
Guilty.
You failed to clear your warrants by November 7th.
Yes.
Anybody force you to plead guilty? All right, I'll accept your plea to all 3 counts. What's the problem here? What?
With regard to the probation visit, there was a misunderstanding. He in fact had contacted Jessica within an hour and a half on that date, and it's my understanding that they in fact rescheduled this matter. It's a very serious matter because it's under highness. So Mr. Masick certainly doesn't want to have this kind of record for a while. Secondly, he's taken steps to make payments, and he tends to make another $100 payment within the next week and a half, and then.
Okay, he was supposed to pay 40 per week beginning October 27th, after paying $270 on the date of the sentence.
This book.
I'm sorry?
He understands that, Judge.
Why didn't you come and talk to me if you couldn't make the payment like I told you to?
When I spoke with Jessica on the phone, I told her I was having trouble finding a job, and she told me that she would give me a little bit longer to make the payments. She sent me staffing agencies to obtain a job. And I explained to her that I was having issues clearing the warrant and making the payments, and she told me that on the 12th, we would talk about an extension. I missed the phone call, so we didn't get to conversate about it. I called her at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and she didn't get to do it, and I got the email from her about the violation.
Why didn't you clear your warrants by November 7th?
I just didn't have the funds to clear it.
Judge, I was currently working at Watson Engineering, and
What does he do there?
I'm a laser parts builder.
I'm not very, well, you should have called me.
I'm sorry.
Are you on this one, Ms. Wilds?
Miss O'Donnell's out of the office.
Oh, okay. What do your appearance?
Elizabeth Probationary.
What can you tell me about this? He's just pled guilty to all 3 counts.
Yes, Your Honor. In regards to the probation visit, Ms. O'Donnell met with Mr. Masich at the end of October, and that was a scheduled visit. She emailed him after meeting him with via Zoom for that scheduled appointment. She doesn't have listed a file any follow-up, but I think it is at that point in time that she ran a record, realized that the warrants at that time were cleared or warrant, I should say. Looks like he had an outstanding one at the time at 34th District. In regards to the money, he did not pay as ordered. He made one payment on his fines and costs after the show cause was issued. I believe it was $50. I just looked at it. He did not pay at the rate that you ordered him to pay, which was $40 per week, beginning October 27th. His bond was applied, and again, he's only made one payment, which was after the violation. I don't, in regards to work program, it looks like everything's completed with work program. There's no update in regards to his anger management program. It does not appear that he's registered or completed that program.
I don't know why you didn't just call me.
I should have came and seen you. I contacted her and spoke with her about the warrant. She told me that on the 12th when we talked, she could give me a little bit more leeway to clear the warrant, and I didn't talk to her. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
I'm accepting the pleas. I'm gonna listen to whatever else you have to say, and then I'm gonna send. Anything else?
It won't happen.
I was talking to your lawyer first.
Judge, please take into consideration that this man provides a significant amount of support for his family. He has a wife and 3 children. He recently got his job at Watson Engineering. He's not a bum, and
What'd you say?
He's not a bum.
Nobody said he was a bum. Jeez.
I was worried about the implied.
Anything?
Ms. Bradley. So a few things I need clarification on. You have a child in common.
Yes.
That child live with you?
No.
Where did that child live?
Was it father? I'm not sure.
When the 2 of you lived together, was the child living there?
Yes.
And you called her in the Wayne County Jail and broke up with her, correct?
Yes.
And when you broke up with her in the Wayne County Jail, previous to going to jail, she was living in that home, correct?
No, she's previous to Wayne County, she's staying with me.
That's what she's asking. Did she was she living with you up until the day she went into the Wayne County Jail? Or did she vacate your property, your trailer, prior to going?
She was living with me until.
Okay.
And so she came and saw you when she got out of jail, correct?
Correct.
And she had some questions for you, correct?
Correct.
What were some of those questions?
Asking about Jordan and his,
Who's Jordan?
my son.
Your son that you share with my client?
Yes.
Okay, so she was asking you about Jordan on that day?
On the day that happened?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about prior to that. We've had,
Only talking about that day.
no,
Okay, I only want to know about the day in question, which is December. Okay, so on that day, prior to my client showing up at your trailer, did you all have a conversation?
I mean, honest, I don't remember, I don't believe so.
So is it your testimony today that she showed up there completely unannounced?
Yes.
And it is also your testimony that that is not her residence on that day?
Yes.
Your Honor, I would need to admit an exhibit. I'm gonna show it to holding counsel. It's my client's ID. That was issued on March of 2025 that has the address in question.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
The ID is relevant.
It shows where she lives.
It's from March of 2025.
And it's still valid. It's her valid address.
Well, but people, is that a driver's license?
It is. Yes.
I mean, a lot of people don't change their driver's license. When did you tell her you didn't want her living there anymore? When she was in jail, right?
Yes.
And how many months was she in jail?
I think 3.
And how long after she got out of jail did she appear at your residence?
I have a good time frame on it.
Do you know when she got out of jail? I'm sorry, Your Honor, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
You're fine, but I think she's right. It's not relevant. You don't have a foundation for it, so I'm not gonna admit that.
Do you have a dog together?
Yes.
What's the dog's name?
Remy,
Remy, where did Remy live?
with me. I actually just found her name this morning.
Okay. Was Remy living with you on the day in question?
Yes.
Oh, were you drinking on that day?
I could have been.
It goes. Okay, is that right?
Probably earlier in the evening, I'd say, before that happened.
Okay, and do you drink often?
Objection, Your Honor, at that point, it's not relevant.
It goes to his credibility.
Sustained.
He's having trouble remember.
Sustained. He said he thinks he was drinking that.
Often it's not.
I agree. Sustained.
So on the day, she shows up to the property after no word out of jail, correct? And knocks on the door. That's your testimony.
Yes.
Okay. And when you open the door, are you surprised to see her?
Yes.
And you say, hello.
I don't remember. I just opened the door. It was an aggressive, kind of a little aggressive knock, and I just opened the door like anybody else would. You know, somebody knocks on the door, I open it up, and I just got hit.
How many doors do you have in the house?
2.
And so
The screen door was already open.
okay, just answer the questions I asked. Okay, so there's a screen door and there's the door that's the entry to the home, the entry door.
Yes.
And the entry door swings in here or out?
Yeah.
Which one?
The screen door goes out, and my storm door goes in.
Okay, so it was your testimony earlier that she had the screen door open, correct?
Yes.
Is that still okay? And you opened the other door. And when she opened the door, did you tell her that she was not welcome there?
I didn't even have a chance to.
When you called her in the Wayne County Jail, did you tell her that she was not welcome there?
Yes.
Did you file to evict her from the property?
I made every attempt I could with the.
It's a yes or no question. Did you file to evict her from the property while she was in the Wayne County Jail?
File.
An eviction?
No, I just.
You just told her not to come back to where she was living?
No, I went to the park manager and I had to take her off the lease. Because I asked her about it, how I can get her out of there, because she had came prior to that to get her stuff, and the police came there. They told me that if she lived there and her address was on the ID, this is prior to this and stuff, but when she came there to get her stuff, when she came through my other window,
Is this on the tenth? Okay. So on the tenth, prior to the tenth, did you file to evict my client from the property?
no.
Thank you. And why did she enter the home?
Why did she enter the home?
Yeah. What did she say her purpose? Did she mention to you what her purpose was being there?
Not that I recall, no. There was nothing, no belongings, or nothing left over, nothing.
But you already said that the dog Reddy was there, so there was belongings there, wasn't there? Nothing further.
How long had she lived in the trailer with you?
I'd say it was like 12 years, maybe. It's like 11 to 12 years.
Redirect?
I'm sorry, John, did you think something to me?
Redirect.
Mr. Summers, did you give Savannah Bradley permission to come inside your residence at any point during this incident on December 10th, 2025?
Before it?
No.
No.
On that date, did you give her permission? On that date, was Savannah Bradley still listed at all as an occupant on the lot rent agreement on December 10th?
No,
And that is to the best of your knowledge?
absolutely.
And you said did you say that you recall, you said. I have no further questions, John.
Any other questions? Step down if you want, sir, or you should step down. Any other witness?
Yes, sir.
What is this witness going to tell him?
Your Honor, the people will call Officer Tyler Bagalecki. They like me.
You have to have a seat out in the hallway, sir. Well, I'm not sure about this one, Ms. Holloway.
It will be very brief.
I'm not worried about your witness. I'm worried about you having a case. I'm gonna let you do some research if you want.
That's why I'm calling this witness.
Okay. I don't know if you know where I'm going with this yet, but they lived together 12 years. As far as I'm concerned, he had to serve a 30-day notice to quit on her, not just tell her he didn't want her there. And there goes your home invasion charge. Is this witness going to clarify anything in that aspect?
In terms of eviction?
I don't know how you have a home invasion when she lived there for 12 years. It'd be like somebody renting somebody a house and saying, I don't want you living here anymore, when they went to prison, didn't take appropriate steps to evict. I don't think you got a case here. Come on up here, officer, please. Good afternoon to you. Happy New Year. Raise your right hand. Solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury, the testimony you give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got. All right, have a seat. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I'll keep it brief. Please state your name for the record.
Officer Tyler Balecki,
Officer.
Tyler. Last name is spelled B as in boy, Iellecki.
Officer, where do you work?
For the Brown Summers Department.
How long have you worked there?
I started there in July of 2017, so almost 9 years.
Were you working on December 10th, 2025?
Yes,
And were you dispatched to a residence at 23690 Emily Street?
yes,
Is that in Brownstown Township, County of Whiting?
yes.
And did you make contact with anybody there when you told them about that?
I did.
And what happened?
I spoke with Dr. Summers and go ahead.
Did you speak to anybody else?
I did Savannah.
And what was the reason why you were dispatched there?
The reason for the call was that someone at the residence had been assaulted and that property had been damaged.
And did you say you spoke to Savannah Bradley?
I did.
And what did you speak to her about?
Spoke to her about the accusations made by victim Summers
And what did she say to you?
She admitted to assaulting victim Sommers and admitted to breaking his window prior to our arriving.
Did she say anything else?
Yes, she mentioned that she was no longer a resident of the trailer. That was an important part of the investigation at that point, because we had to determine whether or not we had a home invasion or something else.
And what do you use to determine home invasion in your investigation?
So if we can determine that somebody resides at the residence or has a lawful reason to be there, especially inside the residence, has a lawful reason to be inside because they reside there, then that would change the elements of the crime and it wouldn't be a home invasion.
And did she say anything else to you?
No.
Did she at all indicate to you, so just to clarify, did she say to you that she does not live at that residence?
Yes, she admitted to not living there. She admitted that her property had been removed from the residence prior to this incident.
So did she tell you that there was no property at this residence of hers?
Correct.
And did you make an arrest that night?
I did.
And you arrested her?
Yes.
So if you were to see her today, would you recall what she looked like?
Yes.
Would you point her out and tell me the photo she was wearing?
She's standing behind, they're sitting behind you. She's in a black coat.
Let the record reflect that this witness is also to identify the defendant.
Record should so reflect.
And I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Any questions?
Just briefly, did you tell the complaining witness that, one of the ways that you identify someone lives in a property is by lease or ID?
No.
Any other questions? Ms. Alley?
One over, Your Honor.
Just within the scope of redirect or cross rather. No questions? You can step down, sir. Thank you. All right, you move to bind over. Ms. Holloway?
Your Honor, can I recall this witness just for one question? It would be this.
You might have to. You're still under oath.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Do you?
Oh.
Do you recall if she had told you where her residence was?
No, I do not recall exactly what.
Yeah,
I mean,
it doesn't matter.
did you happen to also look at her ID or?
What's your objection?
Well, to issue her ID as evidence, it was rejected.
Yeah. Step down, sir. You're good. Listen, I'm prepared to rule on this anyway. Do you have anything else, Ms. Holloway?
Your Honor, I understand what you were saying about.
But I think I was being devil's advocate with you. Tell me why, if somebody is told to leave and they have somebody else take the property out of the house, that they haven't, in essence, terminated a lease by consent.
There was no testimony that my client,
Your client's father went there. Between the lines, circumstantially, she at least told him to go there and get the clothes out.
sorry, Your Honor. We also have testimony that she still did have property there and was considered property.
Yeah.
So there was property there. He said that the father came and took the things. At this under even a probable cause standard, I would want the father to testify that he came.
Well, that's fine, but that was admissible testimony. Here's my ruling. It's late. I don't need to hear anymore. Defendant's bound over on the charges contained in the complaint and warrant. The complaining witness told her, according to him, it was unobjected to on the phone, that he didn't want her living together anymore. Then the testimony was that her father went over and got her property. That's enough. Had she not had the father go over, I might view this as a little bit differently. I might have said, and probably frankly would have said, that he couldn't just terminate the lease by taking the property out by himself, that he have to serve either a 7-day notice to quit if it was for non-payment of rent, or a 30-day notice to quit for termination of tenancy. But the fact that she had vacated the property, albeit involuntarily because she was in custody, but then the property was removed from the residence, that's enough for me. Defendant's bound over for further proceedings on the charges contained in the complaint and warrant, including home invasion in the first degree. Bond is at 30,000 PR. I'm gonna go ahead and continue the bond, same bond terms and conditions. January the,
Didn't want to address bond at this time, possibly.
for what?
Other one.
I know, she's gonna have it on anyway. January the 20th will be the AOI date. I'm not changing the bond. She's gonna have to live with a GPS tether. January 20th.
This courtroom moment
will be
started
the
like a
AOI date. That'll
clear-cut
be at
case
9 a.m.
that
Bonds
quickly turned
continue.
into a legal puzzle. A man testified that his ex showed up uninvited, hit him, pushed him inside his own home, and even came back to smash his window. On the surface, it looked serious. Assault, property damage, even home invasion. But then the case took a twist. The defense pointed out something critical. They had lived together for years. No formal eviction, no legal notice, just a breakup and removal of belongings. And suddenly, the biggest question wasn't what happened that day, but whether she still had a legal right to be there. Even the judge questioned it. How can it be home invasion if someone lived there for over a decade? But in the end, one detail changed everything. Her belongings had been removed, and she had effectively moved out. That was enough for the judge to move the case forward, even on the most serious charge. Because in court, small legal details can decide big outcomes. So here's the real question. If someone used to live in a home, does that give them the right to return? Or does that right end the moment they move out? Like and subscribe for more real courtroom moments.